The attack came during a season of peace, or so humanity thought. The Galactic Council, that ancient and smug assembly of 1,000 species, had tolerated Earth's presence for only a century. Humanity was the newest member, tolerated for their trade, mocked for their youth, and dismissed for their primitive sentimentality. But the laughter stopped on the day the Sol Envoy burned. The Sol Envoy, Earth's diplomatic flagship, was carrying the Terran delegation to the Council summit on Arcatra Prime. It was unarmed, draped in white, the hull painted with the silver insignia of peace. Yet when it passed through the border of the Drancal Protectorate, one of the Council's old powers, a fleet awaited. Without warning, the Drancal opened fire. Their plasma lances sliced the envoy apart like paper. Hundreds died, ambassadors, civilians, and the envoy's captain, who transmitted a single, haunting final message before the ship's reactor imploded. "We are unarmed. We are humans." Why? That transmission echoed across the galactic network before the explosion cut it short. The Drancal commander, Admiral Veyrock, watched from his flagship, the Empyrean's Talon. As the debris scattered, his second-in-command asked if there would be consequences. Veyrock laughed. Consequences? From them? The Council won't lift a claw, and the humans? They will cry, they will plead, and they will move on. That is what Prey does. He was wrong. So catastrophically wrong. The Council's laughter. When the news reached the Galactic Council, they did not condemn the act. Instead, they debated, they rationalized, and then they laughed. In the vast circular chamber of the Council citadel, species from every corner of the stars gathered to discuss the incident. Ambassador Asha Varan, Earth's representative, stood alone in the central speaking ring. She was small compared to the reptilian Drancal, the avian Camor, and the crystalline Salary. Her voice was calm, trembling only with controlled fury. "You murdered our diplomats, our civilians, an unarmed ship under Council protection. This is not an accident. This is an act of war," the Drancal delegate hissed in laughter. "War? Humanity cannot afford war. You have one homeworld, a scattering of colonies, and rusting fleets. You're barely out of your cradle." The Salary delegate's crystalline body shimmered with amusement. "Let the mammals grieve. They will send petitions and tears, not soldiers." Even the Council speaker, a being of light and shadow, waved her concerns aside. Earth must understand. Peace is maintained by strength, not sentiment. The Drancal are old. Mistakes happen. The chamber filled with laughter. The humans left in silence. The Council believed the matter closed. They went back to trade disputes and border treaties. They thought Earth would submit, as every young species before them had done. For 3 weeks, nothing happened. No declarations, no movements, no threats. Silence. And the galaxy mistook that silence for surrender. 3. The silence before the fire in the void between stars. In shipyards orbiting Earth and Luna, something vast began to awaken. The silence was not surrender. It was preparation. The Sol Vanguard, Earth's combined defense fleet, received a single encoded message from the Office of Planetary Defense. 3 words, all in black cipher: Protocol Revenant, activate. Across human space, beacons lit up. Factories shifted production overnight. Civilian vessels were recalled. Drones and logistics networks moved in absolute secrecy. Entire moons went dark as they transformed into military bastions. The galaxy noticed strange energy readings near Sol and dismissed them as human panic. But then came the comms. Blackout. The human communication network, the Terranet, went silent. Not a single signal entered or escaped Sol space. For 30 days, not a whisper was heard from Earth. Even human colonies went quiet, as if their entire species had vanished behind an invisible curtain. The Council debated. The Drancal mocked. "They hide in fear," said Veyrock. "The humans have no claws. Let them cower behind their blue world." The Council agreed. Then, on the 31st day, the curtain lifted. The Terranet reactivated. One message was transmitted across the galaxy. It played in every port, every channel, every ship. It was the voice of the United Terran Command. Calm, cold, and final. "We have grieved enough. The Council calls us weak. The Drancal call us prey. We are neither. We are patient, and patience ends today." What followed was the mobilization of a fleet the galaxy had never imagined possible. Humanity, mocked for its small numbers, had spent a century building quietly, efficiently, obsessively. Drones mined black holes for exotic matter. AI cores designed ships that never appeared on any registry. And now, the results emerged. From the shipyards of Mars, the dreadnought TNS Retribution was born. Kilometers of dark titanium and antimatter lances, its engines roaring like thunder. From the vaults of Europa rose the Leviathan-class carriers, capable of launching swarms of autonomous strike craft that blotted out stars. From Luna Base, the Terran Armada assembled, 3,000 warships, moving in absolute formation, their hulls marked with one symbol, a white flame on black. The fleets moved without fanfare. No press releases, no speeches, only one directive from Admiral Reyes, Supreme Commander of Earth's forces. We do not rage. We execute, fool. The fire that came from silence. The first Drancal system to fall was Cordan, their forward military bastion. It lasted 9 minutes. When human ships emerged from warp, their signatures were masked, their communications silent. Drancal defenses targeted them, and died before their weapons finished charging. The Retribution's main cannon vaporized an entire battle moon. The Leviathans released their swarms, drones equipped with gravity knives and kinetic lances, that tore through the Drancal formations like locusts through grain. Humanity did not respond to hails. They broadcast no demands. They offered no mercy. Within 3 days, 5 Drancal systems were gone. Within a week, their capital world was burning. Council fleets scrambled to react. But when they entered Drancal space, what they found silenced them all. Planets scorched to glass, fleets reduced to drifting debris, and human ships, perfectly organized, leaving without looting, without conquest, only destruction. Admiral Varrock, the architect of the Sol Envoy massacre, tried to flee aboard the Empyrean's Talon. He broadcast a desperate plea to the Council. They are monsters! The humans, they don't talk. They don't negotiate. They just static. The last image the Council received from the Empyrean's Talon was a single beam of white light slicing through the ship's hulls, and then nothing. The Drancal Empire ceased to exist. The Council's reckoning, the Galactic Council demanded that humanity stop. They summoned Earth's ambassador, issued threats, sanctions, condemnations, but no human appeared. The chair of the Council, trembling, ordered fleets from other species to intercept the Terran Armada. They never returned. Reports from the few survivors told of weapons that bent gravity, missiles that warped through shields, ships that fought even after being torn apart. The humans did not fight for glory. They fought with surgical, merciless precision. Every target had been selected months in advance. Every strike was premeditated. The Council soon discovered that human infiltration ran deep. Their AIs had been quietly mapping galactic trade routes, command centers, and even the Council's own defense grid. When the humans finally spoke again, it was through a broadcast hijacking every Council communication channel. It was not a declaration of war. It was a statement of truth. You mocked our weakness. You mistook our mercy for fear. You believed patience was submission. You were wrong. We came to your Council in peace. We offered friendship. You answered with blood. Now you will learn what humans do when peace is denied. And then the screens went dark again. In the following days, the Council's military stations went offline one by one. Not destroyed, disabled. Every defense grid, every communication relay, every fleet AI. The humans didn't need to annihilate the Council. They could simply turn it off. By the time they realized the scope of Earth's control, it was too late. The Council's fleets drifted, powerless, their governments paralyzed. Their great capital, Arcatra Prime, once the heart of galactic civilization, went dark. Above it hung a single Terran dreadnought, silent, unmoving. Its presence alone was enough. Cies, the weight of vengeance. The galaxy had never known true silence until then. From the outer rim to the core worlds, no one dared speak the word human above a whisper. The once proud Council convened in secret, fearful that even their thoughts were being watched. Ambassador Asha Varan returned to the Council chamber. Not as a delegate, but as a reminder. She wore black, her eyes cold as steel. The Council members bowed their heads. You called us weak, she said. Now you call us gods. We are neither. We are human. We remember our dead. We honor them not with tears, but with justice. The Speaker of the Council, her form dimmed, dared to ask, "What do you want from us?" Varan's answer was quiet, nothing. We wanted peace. You broke it. You taught us what the galaxy respects. So now, you will respect us. Or you will not exist. She turned and left, her footsteps echoing through the chamber like thunder in a tomb. The council did not argue. They could not. Because as she departed, the sky above Arcatra Prime darkened, filled with the silhouettes of Terran warships passing silently, their engines leaving trails of pale blue light like ghosts. It was not an invasion. It was a reminder, Sirius 7. The lesson written in fire. In the years that followed, no empire raised a weapon against